charging shit to the game we play. I lost them. I think about it all the time. Was it worth what it cost it? Was it worth when you bought it? Did it hurt when you lost it?
It's your boy Marquise, man. We know it's been another good break. You know what I'm saying? We know it's been a minute, but we officially back with the Modern Kings pod, man, featuring my two boys. You know what I'm saying? So since the last episode, since y'all seen us, we had a guest appearance, but since then, my boy is now an official member of the pod. You know, shout out my boy. So first off, you know, one of my right-hand mans, my nephew Keion.
I say, you already know me, huh? I ain't got to say too much.
You know what I'm saying? So, Keion, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce the official new member of the pod, man. Go ahead.
I really don't like dude. I'm going to introduce my boy. It's a pleasure to work with him. Trey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. My boy is an official member of the Modern Kings pod, man. It's the new generation, 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year, man. How I feel, my boy, to officially be a member of the pod, bro. Not just a guest, but a member, man.
It's about damn time. It should have been happening, bro. It should have been happening. I don't hold no grudges, kinda. Like, but you already know how I felt. My first appearance was overdue. I should have been, we should have, but we ain't gonna talk too much about it,
Yeah. He said I've been a theme song. And I feel like that was. He said I should have got the call right after that.
Yeah.
That's what he really
after
saying,
the theme
y'all.
happened, the call should have came in for at least my first appearance. At least the first appearance. The call didn't come in for the first appearance until a couple of years, or like a year or so.
He said a couple years is crazy, bro. A couple years is crazy.
But we
But
here.
I get it. Hey, he can talk his stuff,
We
man.
here.
He a member of the pod now.
We
you know
here,
what I'm saying?
man.
It
We
ain't
here,
no, this
man.
ain't
Modern
no censorship.
I still don't
you know
like
what I'm
him.
saying?
Nah,
Dog,
Hey,
that's
man,
hilarious.
he gonna live as a Drake fan. He is.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Drake fans gonna hate. It's a light-skinned thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
Keion,
even
you always
light
been-
skinned.
You're not light-skinned, but by
Yeah, you
Drake
basically-
fan by default, when you're a Drake fan, it gives
Well,
you
he kind of is
yeah,
light-skinned, though.
Yeah, you already almost light-skinned. So
brown.
when you're a Drake fan,
He said, I'm
it gives
brown.
you a couple more shades of yellow naturally. Like, yeah, so with you being almost light-skinned there, like, you're caramel. So a Drake fan, it pushed you up a few notches so we can consider you a light-skinned.
I don't know. I'm in a bad place. I wrote him when he was on 8th Stream. I wrote him a letter. He didn't give me no $250K. It's cool.
You wrote him a letter like you for real?
Nah, I'm trolling.
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
trolling.
man.
I don't
Hey,
know.
we
For $250K, I almost there would have wrote a real letter.
What we trying to say is, man, don't be light-skinned, be right within, you know. So,
light-skinned
but no,
down.
man, in all seriousness, man, it feel good to be back, man. We just want to thank everybody for tuning back in, you know what I'm saying, with the Modern Kings podcast. It's a new year. Happy New Year's to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? Happy New Year's. We made it through another year, you know what I'm saying? It feel good. This will officially make year 3 of the pod. I had just had the memory on my story when it said 2022 was our first year. Feels good to be back in the pod space. We also got as y'all can see, we in a new space too, by the way, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the official new home of the Modern Kings podcast. Also the new home of my business, Voice Visuals Media. And this space is actually called Collab Space, which is also a real good, business to where people, if you're looking for, this is also now a ad drop in. This episode was brought to you by Collab Space. You know what I'm saying? If you out there, you looking for, co-working space for your business, if you a nonprofit out there and you need just a good working space in a nice central location located in the downtown area in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, pull on up, tap in with us. We got real nice furniture, good space, man. I've been a member here personally for some months now. Shout out my boy Jason, you know what I'm saying? The leader of this space, man, and it's a real good space. So tune in, tap in. Back to the episode. So yeah, man, that's the vibe, man. It feel real good, man. How do y'all brothers feel, man, with it being 2025, man? How y'all feeling, man? Just talk to me, man.
Great. I ain't gonna lie. And to be more of a consistent rotation right now, like I feel like we got big things coming ahead, So I feel
Tell them about that. Tell them about some of the meetings that we had, some of the things we talked about that we want to offer in the new year, the Modern Kings, man.
much, but just know, hey, expect to see us a lot. Expect to see us a lot.
And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna make sure that happens because I'm coming in. I'm putting the emphasis on that, man. We gonna come with some Jones.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out my boy Trey, man. You know what I'm saying? Because also another one of the benefits that I'm looking forward to, just for our viewers out there, man, we really expanding the pod. As y'all know from day one, we talked about it, episode 1, day 1. Me and Keion vision was for it to become more than just me and him. You know what I'm saying? We want this to be about brotherhood and tapping in with other like-minded brothers like ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, or men like ourselves, and so this is a part of the new generation. Phase like Marvel, phase 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mr.
man. This new year, I'm starting the new year with a kind of a chip on my shoulder. Got a lot going on, but it's a lot of big things that's gonna happen, need to happen. It's just in motion. So I'm excited. I don't know what this year got for me. For real.
Yeah.
Like
It's
literally,
gonna
I have plans for this year that kind of.
right. Yeah.
But we gonna see.
And that's the one thing about us is that we just keep getting better. Like each episode keep getting better. So hey, just expect the next. I'm excited for the next one. That's what I'm always gonna say. Each episode, I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, I like that. And that's our biggest thing too. We really want to prioritize consistency this year. You know what I'm saying? As y'all know, over our first couple years of doing this, we more so been quality over quantity. But now we want to fuse them together and really can keep that quality that we've been giving y'all. But also we want to get real big on consistency. So our goal is for at minimum, we really want to go 12 months straight at minimum. That's the real goal. 1 episode per month at minimum. You know what I'm saying? Shout out our boy Trey for helping us with the consistency mindset. And that's the beautiful part about having a team, man. You got to have people, because me and Keion, we got our strong suits and we good with ideas and, structure and things like that. But then we also need other team members like Trey where the consistency at. Hey, what we doing? We recording, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely one of them things. I already just going to thank you for that, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know you going to already know that's just the
I'm gonna stay on you about that. Like even before I was a member, even before I was official member, when we recorded our episodes, I was pressing the episode getting put out.
You was hitting me
the
episode,
where the edit, when the
yeah.
editing gonna be done and all of that, like just to try to get it out there, just being excited. It was more of an excitement about me being on it, but at the same time, that's the goal. I mean, to get to the consistency part, to where, especially if we want to do this and get big and reach mass amounts of people. We're gonna have to push that consistency. So whatever we gotta do.
Us too,
Let's get it done.
Us too, I got to shout out my brother Diers. I know he gonna be watching this, but yeah, he been hitting me ever since we started that he want to see an episode every single week. Yeah, like he been.
Hey, shout out my boy.
Shout out Diers, dog. I'm talking about,
man. I didn't even know he was on that.
He sends me clips every day about like you gotta keep going, cause I told him the difficulty of doing this, but he like, hey, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep everything. He just sent me something, so hey, shout out my brother.
Yeah, man, that's what I like to hear, man, and that's what it's all about too. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the, just already just kind of organically jumping off the episode. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, we can do it in like a pre-reflection type of thing, because we still gonna do like our end of year reflection. But I can say like from from everything that has transpired in 2024, one of my biggest takeaways that I really been appreciating, me personally in my own life, has been just understanding the importance of like team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been the biggest thing that God has really, put a lot of emphasis on in my life. You know what I'm saying? And particularly for my business, I've grown to where I got 4 team members now for my own business, my media business, to where I offer, different media services for different business owners. But I wouldn't have been, and it's the best business. This the best year of my business I've had, because just a personal testimony, I've literally doubled my profit that I made in 2023. You know what I'm saying? In 2024, like, and this is going on with. Since me having LLC in 2021, I'm going on about 4 years now. So yeah, God just really been blessing me and really helping me understand the importance of like, it's okay to not do it. I ain't got to put all that pressure on myself, because y'all know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I got that, mentality to where I just always got that leadership mentality to where I do stuff by myself a lot, but God been really telling me it's okay to start really leaning on my team to help me increase my consistency and my efficiency. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal testimony, you know what I'm saying, on one of the words that's really stuck out to me.
My biggest takeaway from this year been taking advantage of all opportunities. I just got a new job opportunity that came in out the blue after getting a promotion in my current job. So like this new job opportunity offered me more money than the promotion of what I was getting. So just really taking advantage of all opportunities, and in this new job I'm in, it's opening up so many more doors and net worth opportunities. So hey, yeah, so it's gonna keep getting bigger.
Congratulations on
Appreciate
that,
it,
man.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, Trey, man? What's one of your significant takeaways, from 2024?
2024 is one of the hardest years of my life. Like I've been in a hard era. Like 2022 and 2024, two of probably the worst years that I've ever lived. I've been on crutches at two different periods of time this year. I had surgery this year. Had a lot of things, just life stuff, just going through. It's just been hard. Like, I think what I take away from this year, I take away a desire to have way better years. Like I'm kind of I don't even want to say motivated, because motivated ain't the word. Because motivated, I think, is a little too optimistic of a word. I'm kind of desperate for a better year. Like that's how I feel.
Like in dire need type of thing. Like it's not more than anything, you, in order to keep your
my sanity and my life, to be real. Like
right.
I need a better year. So like I'm kind of just going into 2025 like just longing for that and trying to chase that. Like just by all means, and trying to right any wrongs that I've had. Like I've been feeling like at some I'm not doing something right. I've been feeling like God is trying to tell me something at this point, like that is a certain way I need to pivot. So I'm really just taking that away. I'm going into 2025 trying to be more observant, and I've always been super observant.
Yeah, because you always been sharp. Mentally.
Yeah, but for some reason I feel like I got to be more sharp. I need to stay dedicated. I'm trying to revamp all plans. Like I said, my whole 2025 I have planned out is gonna be completely different. So I'm just trying to better everything, to be honest, bro. I'm trying to stay afloat.
One thing I can say to that is you're gonna become stronger. To have gone through similar things. They all know about my ACL tears and me being on crunches. You're gonna become better. It's gonna get harder. Like I ain't for be one of them guys. Oh, it's gonna get easier. You for get out the storm. No, it's gonna get harder for sure. Cause you're making a new you. So you're gonna come out better. And like I said, the things I went through, tearing my ACL, that's probably the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And that's just crazy. I have said it before.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm
we
say
was
it
talking
again.
about that. I even got this quote on my phone. Go ahead and read that out, Keys.
I had a plan, but God had a better one.
Yeah, and that
God did.
I live by that because before I tore my ACL, I had a plan of where my life was gonna be. What I imagine out that I tear my ACL, then the relationship issues. So that just pivot me all the way into making me who I am now. And it's totally different. What I'm doing now is totally different than the idea that I had. So,
man, these leg injuries,
boys, same exact one.
Injury. Yeah, I almost wish I broke my arm.
Yeah, but it's crazy because sorry to cut you off, but like what you saying that it make me reflect on the same. Just the same encouragement I was giving to Keion when you was going through that. Remember, I told you, because as people, you know this, everybody know about me. I'm real spirit led, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really in tune spiritually. So not only when life events happen to myself or my people, I'm seeing it from a spiritual lens, particularly on what God is trying to say. But the same thing I told Keion, because at that time in your life, remember, we was locked in, damn near every day, chopping it up, kicking it. But that was by design. But God knew that me and you had to be closer during that time, because he knew the level of counsel I was going to give you from a spiritual and mental aspect. It was going to help you get through and navigate a lot of them things. And isn't it so funny now, me and you starting to connect over this last year, but when we got locked in, that's when you was getting hurt, to where God literally sat you down from your legs, the things that literally stop us from moving and doing more in life. He sat you down, and that's when me and you chopped it up more than ever. So now isn't it so funny that you doing that same thing and me and you starting to get closer yet again, like how we was back in middle school. But I know that's not by coincidence, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was just gonna say to you, like from my spiritual lens, I'm already seeing that, because I don't know your full life circumstance, but over the last year, I've been slowly but surely getting pieces of it to where I'm like, okay, I can get an idea where it's going. But that's what I could definitely tell you is that 100% God is definitely doing that intentionally because, like you said, in our minds as men, we be thinking, oh shit, I'm doing everything I was supposed to do. I didn't free myself from this and this relationship. I stopped
And that's
doing
what's
that.
crazy. That's what's crazy. Like leading into 2024, like even in the beginning of 2024, like before I got hurt, just coming in, you think like you on the track to do some great stuff for some great stuff to happen for you, and you doing the right thing, and to get hit with everything I done got hit with this like in 2024 is crazy. Like I definitely thought things would have looked better than they look right now.
And
for
like
me.
I've said
it's
before,
crazy.
nothing happens by mistake. There's a reason why we all got reconnected like this with you. Again, y'all was closer in school than I was to you. So to even have us this
Mhm.
close. Um,
Yeah. There's somebody
yeah,
that can
like we
relate,
got
like
the
how we just
same
said, the fact that
same
Yeah,
y'all
we got the we got the same surgery scars. That's
on the
legs.
crazy. We just
same
went over it.
leg, the
Same
left leg,
leg, same
knee
scars,
though
same
at that.
procedure.
Yeah,
1 year, 2
Yeah,
year.
but
screws
the
loose all,
Yeah,
but
screws
the
screws
loose.
biggest
in,
thing I can
all,
say is fall in love with falling. That's weird. You gotta fall in love with falling.
Yeah, because Keion
Yeah,
had the same lesson happen over. He injured his leg multiple times because God was trying to
yeah.
tell him the
And
same
it
thing
don't
over
matter
and
how
over
many
until he
times I
got it.
fail, God picked me up. So that's why I fell in love with falling, because each time I fell, I became closer with God. So I just grew to fall in love with falling, because I kept getting up better. I ain't get up the same way. I ain't get up weaker. I got up stronger. I got up better. I got up smarter. Like everything was just getting up better. So you gotta fall in love with falling.
Yeah, that's good, man. And like I said, it's really and that's another reason too. Like even as I was just reflecting on it too, when we had even just when we got here, even just how it started when we pulled up different time, but you know what I'm saying, we just started off just vibing out, you know what I'm saying, listening to music, stuff like that. One of the things I've been personally meditating on and realizing, because one of the things that I also do, the way I look at life is like I'm real big, like I said, on the spirituality and the mental awareness. So like a lot of times what I do is I look at life in third person, like Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't always look at it in first person from my eyes. I take myself out of it and try to look at it like what if somebody was outside looking in. But one of the things I realized, I was like, particularly looking at it from for you and for your perspective, is like I'm starting to realize that you really need this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in my mind, like I said, I'm still basically getting to know you again, because you know what I'm saying, we full grown adults and
Yeah,
grown men at this
yeah.
point. So it's like I'm still
In
learning. Like,
10
oh
years,
man,
10 years,
this
over 10 years in the future.
yeah,
From
because
where
that
we
was
was.
that was
We
probably
was 12,
12 years
13.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah, 12 years old. So if we go 12 to 25.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd be like 15.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot of life to catch up on and
yeah.
to know, and that's a whole different human being. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm also like genuinely getting to know you for the first time, Danner, even though I know the core foundation. But it's like that's one of the things that I've been like really reflecting on. I'm like, damn, God really been showing me that you need this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like even just the time us chopping it up, joking, laughing. You know what I'm saying? We had, you know what I'm saying, you cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? Just being in that space. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's that family vibe. But also too, it's like me using my prior knowledge when I just look at how our relationship started. It's the same thing, just in a different form. You know what I'm saying? Like God connected us as kids. You know what I'm saying? Intentionally out of hundreds of kids in the whole school, me and you connected for a reason, because we was able to fill voids in each other that we knew we weren't gonna get from the average, you know, teenager at that time. Now it's the same, and it's even worse now. The mentalities out here for men is you're not gonna find that many like-minded men unless you in these circles. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another thing too. I just wanted to say, like, I appreciate you for being, being a part of this, you know what I'm saying? Being open to receiving us, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Keion, we thrive off of this, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing these brotherhood style circles and, cultivating these kind of circles for a minute, man. So that's another thing I'm excited about for this new year, is for people to see, like, what growth and like brotherhood look like, you know what I'm saying? So that's because you finna bring a new element to our pod already, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, now it's becoming more of our thing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't me and Keion show, you know what I'm saying? That's what make it feel more like colder, to where it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep growing and building on that. So, but yeah, man. So just wanted to give you that, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the downloads I've been having. So what you telling me all these things you've been going through in your personal life. I'm like, man, God, he doing things at a very critical timing because your perspective is gonna be different because your circle different
Yeah,
and stronger.
being
you know what I'm
real,
saying?
bro. Like my people, didn't really kept me alive this year. Like being truthful, being completely honest. And shit, I done needed my people for real. So, and to be getting to a place now, going into 2025, I'm taking, I'm taking, I'm not taking certain people with me, and some of it hurt, some of it don't. That's just the way it go. But like, I needed my people.
Mm.
I definitely did.
Particularly when it comes to family, friends, with specific group of people.
I mean, it ain't been specific. It ain't been a specific group. It's been certain
Okay,
people
just
from all of them. It's probably a good this year, as far as people that have just kept me from like going off the rail, including y'all. We probably say like a good 6-7 people.
Also, you can count on both hands.
Yeah, it's like maybe a good 6-7 people, and one of them won't be a part of my life no more. Which I kind of told y'all about. I ain't gonna get too far into it. One of them won't be in my life no more.
Right.
So, yeah,
just processing that.
yeah.
So it sounds like your community is the thing that really kept you up.
Just a few people. Just a few people.
Right. Man, yeah, that's another thing too, man. That's what I had to learn. Like I said, I don't think it's a coincidence, man. That's the thing that we all been learning. Is like how to really lean on the like team in our community, because it's like, man, that's another thing that we all be going through that, and also too, like that's another thing that I love. Is like I had to realize that too, is that a lot of times, a lot of times as men, we don't understand on how important it is to really lean on our brothers until we like down and out. You know what I'm saying? To where you like, damn, because we as men, we just so used to just, man, I'm finna just keep going. I'm finna, man. Especially this boy Keion right here, boy. That's the most Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality, man. I know, boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that we all got that pride. You know what I'm saying? To where God, that's why and it makes sense. And yet again, me just using my aware mindset, processing in real time. Both of y'all, that's why y'all go at it a lot, because y'all some prideful brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be going at it, boys. So I'm like, man, but that's why it's so funny. That guy, he said, all right, the two niggas that talk the most, y'all need to sit down. He said, these two niggas talk a lot and y'all say a lot. So it's like, God was like, yeah, let me get on these boys' heels, man. But it was like, that's what he had to, I think he does that intentionally, because God is like, even though we prideful and we think we can do it all, we still need, people around us to really help stay motivated and keep going.
He threw me into that. Listen, I
Forced you to
I been a by myself nigga for a long, like forever. Like
yeah.
I was trained to be. I had to train myself.
Since
to
we
be.
met?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Middle 6th grade.
And that was that was something that was forced. Like I had to force myself to be that way because I ain't had nobody. So like, in cultivating that and growing that throughout my teenage years to the end of my childhood, into my adulthood, you force yourself to just suck all of it up, and it just be that. Like, and you gotta go and you gotta get through it. And it always comes a time. I've learned now. It always comes a time where only you won't be enough. Like, you doing it alone won't be enough, no matter how hard you try. And then you realize you need people. And the crazy thing is, I've known that. I've preached that to people. Everybody needs somebody. I've preached that to people for years. Everybody needs somebody. But that's not how I've moved within life on my own.
Taking your own advice. Yeah. Taking your own advice is a whole.
That's been something I've told people all the time. Nobody's a person that don't need nobody. But I've always moved as if I don't need nobody.
And bro, this is the craziest thing. Now I feel like that boy Keith's listening to me. Because I was just saying, bro. I was just saying.
Isn't that so funny?
Like, bro, like, always felt real tough. Like, I did everything myself. I ain't need, like, my guy Keith had a mentor. Me and Kane were close and cool. Then Kane's, like,
but it wasn't
slowly,
like your direct mentor. It was by extension of me. Like, you didn't have your own.
Became a little bit my mentor, but that's more like my big brother. Again, me and my brother's like 5 years older than me, so like we ain't really had no strong connection, but it was always like real me. But then as I started growing, I gained two other older brothers, shout out Ron and Rail. Kane. I got my own mentor. Like just
Yeah, now which is
yeah,
God, has God has blessed you with your
yeah.
new
Now
with your
so it's
new
just
career
like more
opportunity.
and more of me needing people really just came together. Like my support system, like guys who I could call on, like right now, who's gonna give me some good words, like, and it's crazy too, cause like right now I could put that in real time, and I don't know if he gonna answer.
You can do a faith test. Who that? If you call twice, it go through the second time.
Why he doing that though? My therapist, like, even because when we recorded the last episode, I was starting that.
Oh yeah, you did say
I don't,
that. Yeah.
I don't know where I would be if I ain't have a therapist right now. I've been in therapy.
Dang.
I've been in therapy 2 times a week this whole month.
Mm. So 2 times a week in the entire month of December 2024. That's how often you went to therapy. Man. So like, man, that's another thing too. I'm glad you brought that up because that was another thing too that, like how you said, we didn't get to dive too deep into that topic before, but that's important. Like men, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, particularly our age group, that's another thing. Remember, we was talking about that too, with this whole macho man mentality is what we talking about. You was the same way, Keion. You don't like talk. Keion don't be talking. If it hadn't been for me, you probably wouldn't have really been talking to nobody during them years. You going through the
Man,
deepest.
always we taught that
Yeah,
you keep it in, and
Since
it's crazy.
kids,
And it's
bro.
crazy
Since
because
kids, we're conditioned like that as men.
the person that won't be in my life no more.
Yeah,
I've been feeling like lately that I should have kept my stuff to myself
mm.
when it comes to that person.
Oh, from based on the things you share from a personal
Right.
aspect. Yeah,
I feel like I should have kept a lot of it to myself,
right,
like emotions and feelings, and
right.
I feel like it would have fared better for what our rapport was.
Right.
And it sucks to even feel like that, but
And even what you saying that too, that's another great topic because I know that's another thing too. As men, that's the reason why we don't say it
it seemed like it backfired.
Yeah, because of the fear of the aftermath of what would happen if somebody, take it in vain or, misuse the information that we shared as men, and that's another one of them. Even you just sharing that is like another reason to where I'm understanding that that's what God is doing, particularly in our circle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like God is trying to show you and isn't it so funny that right with the new year that these transitions are happening because God is trying to show you the people that you do not need, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of man, boy, now that we talking about that stuff too, it's like, that's another thing too. I've had to deal with that in my personal life, you know what I'm saying? Remember, because we text about it a little bit too. I had to go through another similar situation myself to where, to where it was well, a couple of relationships, particularly, that I had to let go of, in order to free myself and be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And that was super painful. I can say that too. Like, uh, over the month of December was one of the most emotional, months of my entire. I ain't never cried this much in probably my whole life.
My,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
damn, my boy, you had me looking bad. Look, he said he on D&D. Y'all this D. Now, look, we in the middle of an episode. I was just saying I got a support system I could call right now. Yeah, man. I said this.
Yeah, the faith test failed like I'm.
That's love. That's love. But yeah. I was just making the point. It was my boy got me looking bad.
Nah. You could always call me. Never hesitate, brother. My bad.
See, look, that's just confirmation. But all right, then, bro. Love.
Love, bro.
But yeah, bro, like I told you, it wasn't a calendar day in December. It hasn't been one where I haven't shed tears. It's been, and then my birthday in this month. Like, I had a therapy session at 7 in the morning on my birthday, just to try to be able to make a good day out of my birthday. I felt like I needed that. I scheduled one, 7 in the morning, top of the morning. Woke up, went to see my therapist. Christmas, Christmas is one of the weirdest days ever. Like literally, probably worst Christmas I ever had. And I don't have Christmas where I ain't get presents. I mean, I ain't get presents on this Christmas, but I'm an adult. I don't really care too much about that. But I'm talking about like even as far as not getting presents on certain Christmas as a kid, like that's probably the worst Christmas I ever had. And I done cried myself to sleep, cried myself can't sleep. Like woke up in the morning crying. Like this month has been weird.
Is that like a would you also say from what you've been experiencing, would you say that this has been like a trigger response, kind of month too from a lot of the
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. And it's been hard. It's just been hard to do everything. Like I said, like gym has been my routine since 2022.
Yeah, you've been locked in.
Yeah, and in 2020, what pushed me to the gym in 2022 was hardship. Was like just being in a space in my life I didn't like, but I haven't been able to tap into that. Going through what I'm going through now, I haven't touched the gym this month. Music has always been music's my first love. I ain't really had.
Yeah, I hit you on the music tip. You was like,
I haven't had a desire to make music. I haven't had a desire. I've never not been able to listen to music. I've rode in my car to silence and podcast more in this month than I ever have in a month ever. Like I don't put on too many songs, and I don't know. This month has been scary. Like just looking at myself, cause I'm seeing these parts of myself like to where I don't know what's going on. Like honestly, I don't know what's going on.
Would you say is this the most? Would you say this is also like the most scariest season you didn't went through?
Yeah.
From like a just life change and life shift.
I'm just seeing a lot. I'm experiencing a lot of feelings in like I told you with like I told both of y'all with the situation. Like I've never not been able to pull myself together, just pick myself up. Like we were just talking about like needing people. Like I ain't never needed this, like the calls and the texts that I've gotten. I've never not been able to do it on my own. Just pull myself together and get right and get on what I'm supposed to be on. I've never not been able to control my emotions. Like I've never not been able to like just not act off the emotion or not speak off my emotions. Just not have control of myself. And it's weird.
Bro, this sounds so crazy, bro. But I'm excited for you because the person you're becoming. Because again, like, bro, just to come from similar things all happening at once with the injury.
That's really what's kicking my ass too. Yeah, like just
that was same thing with same exact thing with me. And like, bro, yeah, it just to watch it from the other side now. Like, bro, I'm excited for you because the person you feel to become, bro. Like, take all this in, bro. Like, cause like I said, it's gonna get harder, but you're gonna become better. Like again, you ask for strength, you get heavier weight, and that was the thing with me. You know, if I wanted to become stronger, I had to keep putting more weight on, you know, and lift that. You know, sometimes I need somebody to spot me. Ain't nothing wrong with getting spotted. You know, all the time I need somebody to spot me because I'm doing the new weight. I'm trying something new, so I need my brother or somebody there to help me out with this new weight. It's not like somebody see me doing a heavier weight. It's not like they can feel like, nah, that's too heavy, bro. I can't lift that up off you. Bro, I had the smallest guy. I ain't put on like 3 plates. I have the smallest guy with me. We both doing it. So, again, like, I'm excited for you, dog, because the person you feel to be, the man you feel to become, it should be so much better than what you think.
Piggybacking off of what Keion just said is like, that's important, man. Shout out Prophet Keion, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pastor Keion. Shout out you for that because using that analogy of the weight is real important, man, because Keion is like, he had to live that physically and, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen him go through that, especially at the gym, you know what I'm saying? This man literally doing 2-3 plates, you know what I'm saying, on a bench pressing. But then it'd be, Keion, you know what I'm saying? When they get the lift in his back, he'd be like, Keion, you sure? And then we have to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a great analogy because, you like I said, Keion is a Mamba mentality person. You're a Mamba mentality person. Like, Kobe Bryant, isn't that your favorite player?
My idol.
Should I just lead the pod right now? Should I lead the pod?
It's
Should I leave the pod?
One of my biggest
You know,
inspirations.
LA.
In life in general.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you've been on that since we've been back in. And you've been on that since we've been, but okay, since we've been in school, but I don't know nothing. You know, I'm just guessing at this point. But it's like I say that to say it's like that analogy is it's so cold, bro, to where it's like I'm starting to realize that the knowledge and experience that me and Keion has is gonna be like pivotal for this 2025 for you, bro. Like, man, this is this the brotherhood that we didn't know we needed it, and I don't think you knew that you needed this. You know what I'm saying? Because when you broke that down, I was like, damn, that's a great way to explain what you going through. Because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I know it's not by coincidence that y'all both went through the same stuff, because God know the reason why y'all both have had the same level of experience where God is piling on, because he know these are two prideful mother lovers that if I just throw one thing on them, they're gonna be like, nah, that ain't enough. You know, it's not enough. Shout out your boy Kendrick. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? If he be like, okay, I can't just throw. God know, he said I can't just throw two things on them. They gonna brush it off and they gonna make it look like it ain't nothing. It could be two crazy things. So he said for the way y'all minds are set up, because y'all are super strong minded and prideful men, he said, I'm finna throw the whole thing at you. So he said that's the only way he gonna get your attention. And I'm gonna shut your physical body down on top of all of that.
For real. Because what you just said is really me. Like I'm a nigga that's in love with challenge. Like that embrace challenge. Look at something like, nigga, you shitting me?
Yeah. Like, is that it? Yeah, like that's it. That's why you be looking crazy when in the debates. You got the crazy, and isn't it so funny? Y'all both facial expression niggas. Hold on, I'm on to y'all niggas now. Let's start the pod. Hold on, that's another reason why Keion, you always, cause y'all say it with y'all face, cause y'all in y'all mind is faster than y'all words can say it. So that's why y'all both got the craziest facial expression. That's why you be like.
In debates, it'd be
yeah,
think what you just said really measure
that's
up.
why y'all go back and forth, because y'all doing the same thing to each other.
What you just said compares to what I have to say to you right now.
Yeah. That's why Keion gets so fired up, because it's like he already know I'm finna go in, especially if you allow it to happen. So it's like, but yeah, no, that's it, man. That's a good point, bro. But yeah, it's like, and I think even the fact that y'all like, I think that's the funny part about it too, to where it's like that's how God works too, is where he, this is where the grace kick in, to where I think he's allowing y'all to be able to like gracefully learn that about y'all self. He did it through our relationship, you know what I'm saying, to where you didn't have to do it all by yourself, you know what I'm saying? And it was so funny that, bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all dinner might be twins, bro. Why is it so funny that when you was going through the peak of your surgery and being shut down physically, God was transitioning you out of a toxic relationship that you didn't know you didn't need? I don't know if we gonna, I'm gonna let you tell me if I need to cut that part, but that I'm just saying that because that's giving context for the same. Like, this man literally, when he was everything piled up at once, he was in a relationship he thought he needed. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, hey, this is the one for me." I mean, at this point,
I mean, again,
you thought he was ready to go. You had already been through some, you didn't went through your phase of doing, doing your dance, whatever we want to call it.
The way that I used
hey,
to,
everybody can dance.
Still,
but
value relationships is that, I wasn't getting in no relationship for no reason. So that's why I always thought every relationship I've been in, I always thought it was one and done. Again, the God would let you know that, hey, I got a plan, but God got the better one. So, that's why that spoke to me. Because, again, at that time in my life,
that was somebody you thought I chose her. I think, man, this is who I want.
That whole situation,
that
boy,
pride.
after I got my MRI,
very
God
prideful
told me
people.
not to lift nothing too heavy or over 10 pounds. I'm still lifting heavy stuff to helping her. Yeah, helping this person move. Like, bro, I'm lifting heavy stuff. I got a dresser on one leg. I got
one leg.
A dresser, moving mirrors, bed frames, bro. Like, I'm lifting heavy stuff. Like, not caring, bro.
Prideful, still living in, still moving in your prideful energy.
You had.
Again,
I got my MRI. I wasn't lifting nothing.
Yeah, well, he
physically
also
he's
just
a different,
like,
again, like
specimen.
with me being in a relationship at the time, I just felt like it was my job to really do all this,
When I was still trying to take out garbage and like a bunch of stuff. I was on crutches, like trying to figure out a one crutch situation and take out the garbage at the same time. So I feel what you're saying. You talking about bed frames and dressers and stuff. I don't know.
No, this was before the surgery. This is just the MRI.
Yeah, but you still did. I dislocated my knee. It was just, you feel bed frames and dressers.
But it's crazy because like even like looking back at it, even after I'm like, bro, I was not supposed. That's probably why my surgery or rehab went so long, boy. I put a whole lot of strain on my leg.
Yeah, but that's and you was driving, getting up,
Yeah, I was
driving this person and yourself to and from work.
Like I'm talking about dope though. I was not
I was
supposed
gonna
to be
say
on
on
the
top
road.
of the medication stuff.
Oh, I was not supposed to be on the road. Like I really, I abused the drugs I was taking. I mean, I was like that too. Like I can't swallow a pill. To this day, I can't swallow pills. Yeah, like bro, that was me too. Like I don't.
They made me
do
take
no
it that day
drugs.
too. Actually, like the day I got surgery, they made me take them drugs after. But I wasn't taking them afterwards. The only thing I took was the aspirin, and I only started taking that is because the surgeon had told me it was to prevent blood clots.
And like that's how it was too. But it was just on the fact of like how prideful I was. Is like instead of asking somebody else for help, I'm for use this drug. And now that really just made me look at certain
I ain't
people who
used the drugs,
abuse.
but I ain't asked for help. Like my lady had a problem with that. Like she started getting irritated with me. Like you don't want nobody to help you. Like you're not trying to accept the help. Blah blah blah. Like I ain't want to be a burden to nobody. I want nobody to carry my weight. Like I want to carry. Like I always carry my own weight. I want to carry my own weight. Especially we got kids in here. Like you doing all of this and tending to the kids and blah blah blah. I don't want you to have to do all of that. And
Can't have me in here looking like I need help. What I
yeah,
look
like
I need help.
yeah,
Come on.
like like, and that sounds
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
when
I'm
you
saying.
say it
Like that.
That
Yeah,
sounds crazy.
I need help. Like,
but
come on now.
that's really what it is. Like,
It's so funny.
nigga, what I look like needing you to help me. Like
Yeah,
like
that sounds too. I'm
Sound-
dislocated my leg. Do it look like I need help?
sounds crazy. Why are you trying to help me stand?
Yeah, do it look like I need help? I done broke my
Why-
leg. I got 3
Why
screws.
you trying to go to the kitchen and get my water bottle when I can go to the kitchen around the corner and get that joint? I just have to put the leg brace on, get the crutches and crutch around and figure out how to keep the water bottle in my hand with these 2 crutches.
One leg.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, one
Sounds
leg.
crazy, but that's really what it was.
Yeah.
And at a point in time, I had to apologize to her, and I had to tell her like I'm sorry, like for even making you feel like I'm like taking your help for granted or taking the fact that you offering help for granted or nothing like that. Because I know you're here to help me, and I appreciate that and all of that. But at the same time, like you gotta understand how this feels for me. Like, I ain't never not had a leg. Like it's like I promise you, I would have took a broken hand or arm over anything. Like after like experiencing this, like I ain't never not had access to a leg. Yeah, so it's like I ain't never felt like helpless. Like I've never felt like I never had to deal with any of that. So I apologize for how I'm coming off and how I'm making you feel in the situation because you're really just trying to help me and you still got this other stuff you're dealing with, the kids still here, all of that. I apologize for that. I will try to do better at accepting your help because I know you're trying to give it to me and I know you're trying to do what the doctor told you to do, which was help me. Like even the doctor whispering to her, telling me to make me take the drugs after. I was dead, but like the doctor noticed how my pride, like they wanted to do a nerve block from in my surgery. They wanted to it was like a big shot in my thigh. I guess that would have blocked off the nerve for like 12 hours, like would have minimized the pain after. But they was like, it's a few risk of side effects, but it's nothing too crazy. But it does have a potential of not working. And I said, nah. And the surgeon came in, the other surgeon came in, not the person who asked me, but she came in, the person that was actually doing the surgery, and was like, they're going to give you that nerve block. I was like, no, I told them I don't want that. She was like, huh? And afterwards, they like, I know by the fact that he resisted the nerve block that he's going to not try to take the medicine, but he's going to be a lot of pain. You got to make him take the medicine and yada, yada, yada. They telling my girl that. And yeah, it was some fat little shot they planned on putting in my thigh. And I'm like, you said it has the potential of not working. I'm cool. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, to cause more risk. Yeah.
The risk wasn't that big, but it's like you telling me you finna put a fat needle in my leg and it might not do nothing to me. Bye. Get out of my face.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Be 100%.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I see. Yeah, that's when the logic kick in.
Yeah.
You know
Like, what do you mean it might not do nothing to me? I don't like shots.
Yeah, but yeah, even that, like how you said, not receiving the help in different
different
ways
people.
Is like,
it's like it wasn't even just her.
It's a
but
mentality
I had to,
thing.
It was yeah. and God will smack you in your face with some nigga shut up.
Yeah, yeah. He like, man, you must not know who really run this. Yeah, he
Facts.
said, yeah, you must have forgot who the guy was.
He'll
But,
tear your ACL.
Man, yeah. 3 times, wasn't it?
I tore my ACL once, but I dislocated my knee twice. So I think I should have known then. I'm like, bro, I keep popping this out of place. Maybe I should have known.
Yeah,
I'ma
but
tear
that's
that
another
boy.
thing too, man. And that's another reason why it's like, you know, like I said, the fact that y'all went through that stuff like continuously though, it's like it took like, that's one of the greatest lessons I have learned about life itself is that, and with God is that the same lesson will keep repeating itself until you get the answer. It's like, man, didn't I already go through another breakup? Didn't I already go through this relationship of being with somebody I thought was the one? Like, come on, God, what did you already figured this out? But then it's like clearly you didn't if he continuously keeps showing you different ways and avenues. So it's like, yeah, you know. And that's another thing too I had to learn. That's why, that's why I'm so big on my relationship with God and my spirituality. You know what I'm saying? That is the biggest difference since the last time we've locked in. Pretty sure as you've noticed is like my spiritual awareness is like out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the world completely differently. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I be really in tune and praying, you know what I'm saying? But that was a level of conditioning I had to do for myself back when I was in high school, when I was going through my depression and the heartbreaks and all of that. Like when God had to really put me in and that's one thing we all do have in common is that we definitely suffer from that spirit of loneliness, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause of how we just grew up, you know what I'm saying? How we you know what I'm saying? Like not having plenty siblings, you know what I'm saying? All that.
We were forced to do it. We were forced to kind of like, yeah, at a certain part of our circumstance, we didn't have a lot of people around. But there's another part of it where the like pushing yourself to kind of just be able to stand on your own kind of makes you lonely in a sense, and it kind of puts you in that space. But at the same time, which is a contradictory thing, at that same time, you want your companionship, you want friends, you want people around you for real. But you don't want to feel like you need nobody, and it's contradictory because when you actually have like real people in your life, them become people you really need. Like when you lose somebody that's genuine and that's really there for the betterment of you and it's there as a resource, there is a need there that forms. So when you building yourself not to need nobody, you kind of just setting yourself up not to have those people, or not to treat those people as you should be treating them when they offer themselves to you in that way. Because a lot of people come like there's certain people that is genuine in my life as brothers, as anything that I didn't really give that credit or position when they came offering it to me because of who I've always been. Because of me always training myself to be the person who don't need a lick of anybody. But like in this year I've had to accept that from a couple people. Of the fact like this my brother, he genuine, he's here for me. I can talk to him. And I should feel comfortable and not feel lowered or less than talking to him. And I think like I have a particular person in mind when I say that. And I thank God for him. That's my dog for life. But it's crazy how that goes because we kind of put ourselves there as black men. We kind of make ourselves that, and then we get to the point where you can't shake the lonely feeling at all. You can't shake it, but at the same time you have trouble releasing that spirit of I'm not gonna need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't want to need nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to
The
have to.
spirit
I
of
don't want to have to
independence.
depend on you or her or him for anything. Period.
Because I'm used to being by myself. I'm used to
Yeah.
being alone.
But
Shit,
those
I
two
can-
things contradict each other.
Yeah.
So it's either you got to come to that realization you're gonna need somebody. You're gonna need something.
Yeah.
You're gonna need more than just you,
Yeah.
or you sit and stay lonely.
And prime example with the season you going through right now. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be your greatest test of what your circle is looking like to where if everything that you're going through, God, like, all right, keep trying to do it by yourself. Because if you don't get it at this point, he like, well, you just going to fall off the face of the earth. At that point, it's like, you just going to be floating. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's why God put that pressure on us because he like, you know, and even like ahead of that too is like, you know, this is another reason too, just bringing it back to like, particularly for our viewers out here. This is why I'm real big on, you know, promoting, man, really seeking a relationship with God, man, outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really the. Remember, we had that conversation on the phone a couple months ago, I think, or something, when we was just chopping it up about, you know, just me just genuinely getting to know, you know what I'm saying, like where your spirituality is at, because and me and you to do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing too that I found for myself. You know, like I told you, and you know, y'all know how I am. I don't force it on nobody, but because of the God in me and what He's done in my life, that's what inspires other people to believe it. Because I don't do it in a traditional religious, you know, the titles and all that. Because it's like that's the artificial crap, you know what I'm saying, of it. But it's like, but I say all that to say is like the real reason why I'm important on like encouraging men specifically to build a relationship with God is because when you going through it, man, if we supposed to be the leaders and we supposed to be the head, what happened when we fall apart? You know what I'm saying? What happened when our mental health is done for, our emotional, you know, and our bodies is falling apart? You know what I'm saying? When we going through these different things, if we're not tapped in with a source outside of us, if we're supposed to be the authority and everybody's supposed to submit to us, who is we answering to when we falling apart, when we losing that guidance? You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing that really has helped me become a better leader and a better man, a better brother. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I've humbled myself enough to take the pride. Like, okay, it has to be something higher than me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm taken down, which is what, you know what I'm saying, y'all have gone through in y'all specific scenarios, it's like, dang, all right. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the humans, you know what I'm saying, yo people in the flesh around you can help you with that, but it's like you still got to be going somewhere else. You got to go somewhere else to get the real answers. Like, okay, yeah, I appreciate y'all helping me get through it, y'all counseling, but it's like,
It's crazy.
why am I
It's
going
crazy
through
you
this?
say that because I pray every day now.
Isn't that so funny?
Never did. I got an alarm for it. 10:30 every night.
Well, that's the end of the episode, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. That's the, you know, we gave it a good run, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, come on. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, but and like I said, that's how God, that's the power of God, you know, in our life as men, because He know the main thing that God knows that He has to deal with when it comes to men is like destroying our pride, because men, we're so prideful, you know, creatures and beings that we think we don't even need to answer outside of nobody other than ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we'll keep thinking like, man, I'm the man of the house. That's how especially how we grew up from, you know, the older generation of what we seen from our dads and the uncles generation. I'm the man in the house. You don't be, you know, you don't be letting no woman see you crying up in here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna be acting all weak and soft. You know what I'm saying? But rarely did we ever hear them talking about going to God and the prayer list when we going through it as men.
Maintaining that the stoic.
Yeah.
That's always been what it's been.
Yeah.
Period. That's why when I just had you listen to that song,
Yeah.
the Father Time song, Kenny.
Yeah.
Because
Because how that
it
resonate.
touch on
Yeah.
all of that.
Yep.
Literally, just
Yeah.
the creation of a spirit of. You got to be Superman. We all supposed to be Superman somehow. With like even in the movie Superman, there was only one.
Yep.
But we all supposed to be Superman.
Yeah, man. Shout out my boy J. Cole, even what you saying that. Even on your lowest days when you no longer Superman, at least you know you got Lois Lane. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy J. Cole. That's a fire bar, because he's saying even when if we're supposed to be Superman on your lowest days, when you don't got nobody else, we all need something at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the real reasons, you know, even just that's another transition. As we coming in, the timer about to go off. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the 1 hour. So you see how that hour then flew, boy. We gonna need 3 hour recordings.
And the topics, like at this point, yeah, the topics when we get to them, we get to them. But the topics don't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, because
this
it's
is
like the flow of it.
conversation that
Yeah,
like you
'cause
said, the conversation needed to happen.
Yeah, like legit, you know, for us, but for the people, you know what I'm saying? Because this gonna be the one that really be able to really do that for everybody, man.